Hey guys, welcome to VLOGOWEEN Day 12. Today I'm going to be reading a story called Window Man. So I'm just going to jump right into it. I don't know what it's about. My guess is it's about a man in a window. So anyway, I'm just going to jump right into it. Most of the stories that I read on here are always from, most of them are from scaryforkids.com, but this one isn't. This one's from Creepypasta Wikipedia or something like that. So I'm just going to jump right into it. But first, I do want to give a huge shout out to my amazing boyfriend Isaac. I love you and miss you. So let's just jump right into it. The clock struck midnight in a room illuminated only by moonlight. A locked window revealing the eerie darkness of a summer's night. Tree branches blew in the wind nearby, and shadows seemed to dance across the walls. In the room lay a small bed with white sheets. A young boy sitting up and staring at the window in silence. He had been staring for what seemed like hours, not reacting to the shadows or the window side. Instead, his eyes stared into the darkness as the moonlight allowed him to see just enough of the outside world that he was not completely blind. Then, with little warning, a figure appeared to stand impossibly in front of the window, and despite the room being on a second floor of a sizable house. The figure stood in silence, staring into the room with large eyes that shone a bright green. A single skeletal hand came into view and tapped on a window, motioning to the lock. The boy in the bed shook his head a little. The figure tapped once more on the window and motioned again. The boy shook his head some more. The figure stared at the boy and started to tilt its head. Any horror movie or story that says, like, the villain is, like, tilting its head, that, like, just the head tilt itself, like, terrifies me, honestly. Like, just seeing someone stare at you and just go, oh my god, I can't. Then slowly but surely disappeared into the darkness. The boy let out a little sigh of relief and began to lay down in his bed. He had finally taken the advice of his parents and stood up to his fears. For the last couple of nights, he had run to his parents whenever the window man appeared, but now that he finally stood up to it, he felt relaxed, calm. The boy afforded a little smile to himself and closed his eyes, ready to sleep, but forget he had ever been silly enough to be kept awake by the window man. Then, after a few moments of silence, the boy's eyes opened, and as he heard tapping at the window. Here we go. His heart racing slightly as he sat back up to see those glowing green eyes once again staring at him. The figure tapped again at the window and motioned at the lock. The boy shook his head, and the figure's gaze soon shifted towards the lock. The boy's gaze followed and his eyes grew wide. The lock was open. The figure's glowing eyes once again looked up at the boy, and the window began to slowly open. Oh my goodness. Long fingers sliding under it and lifting it upwards as the boy covered his head in the bed sheets. Okay, again, so far all the stories I've read for VLOGOWEEN this year, they haven't been really creepy. Same as this one. This one isn't really creepy, but it's like, it's not like terrifyingly creepy, but it's still a little bit creepy, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, just the head tilt. Like, everything about it was just like, okay, but like the head tilt. When I watch a horror movie and the villain or the serial killer tilts his head, I'm like, yeah, I'm done. Because, like, I'm good with everything. But then when the serial killer, whoever it is, the villain, starts going, like, staring at you with a blank stare and, like, not even blinking and just going like this, like, tilting its head. I can't with that. Anyway, that's the story, and that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for VLOGOWEEN Day 13. Bye, guys.